Next category, Best Actress.
Oop. Interestingly enough, Cate Blanchett got nominated in the Best Actress for Elizabeth, which is, I don't know what it's called, Elizabeth's Golden Age. I am embarrassed to say I didn't see it. I still love Bette Davis in playing Elizabeth.
I would strike out of contention all people who play English queens.
But they always win, you know.
A famous actor said that you cannot fail to get an award if you play Queen Victoria. Because it always starts. Queen Victoria was 16 years old when they came in and told her that she was queen.
Yes.
And then the movie goes on, and the end of it, she's 117 years old with cotton stuffed in her cheeks and covering. And that performance, you can't fail.
It's Helen Hayes, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yes.
Everybody's acted it. And maybe it would be a separate category.
Okay. Another Best Actress nominee is Julie Christie in Away from Her.
I mean, I think that she gives a fantastic performance. And also, it's so different from the way she used to be in this wonderful young things when she was
Darling, you mean?
Darling, and when she was Warren Beatty's girlfriend and all that stuff. I mean, she's run the gamut. And I have to one thing, if I have to do something in personal disclosure. Recently, she was my dinner partner at a small dinner. Mm-hmm. I was so awed by it that I drank too much wine and don't remember what I said. And so I'm certainly very happy to vote for her.
Very good.
I found her absolutely.
She'll be thrilled to know
she'll be
that
thrilled
you
to
were
know
that
that.
drunk, right?
Exactly.
Made the difference for her.
Something like a creature come down from heaven. But anyway, I'm going to vote for her.
Listen.
Hi, Julie.
I loved her performance. I thought it was great. I'd like to vote for everyone on this list. Since your French is considerably better than mine, the movie is La Vie en Rose.
Vie en Rose.
Rose. Tell me her name, Lorenzo.
I can't see it.
Marion Cotillard.
Yeah, Cotillard.
Playing Edith Piaf. Everyone who ever knew or heard or saw anything of Edith Piaf says it's the most incredible reinterpretation or interpretation of her that has ever been. And I saw the movie and I thought she was great. And in fact, I once saw Edith Piaf at the Versailles.
So did I.
In point of fact.
So did I, also at the Versailles.
Go ahead.
That's a now defunct supper club in New York.
And the other two, I don't know that I'm going to vote for her. That I haven't made a decision personally about who I'm going to vote for. I don't know about you. I'm getting a little chilly here, right?
It's legitimate. Geezers get very chilly.
Chilly.
That's a very geezery thing to do. Go on with Ellen Page.
Ellen Page. She's very young, and she is brilliant, and she carries the whole movie. However, Julie Christie deserves to win, and Ellen Page will have another time.
Ellen, I certainly could vote for as Best Actress.
Is that going to be your vote?
I said already I feel out of being drunk and loyal, I feel I have to vote for Julie.
Okay. And that Laura Linney, wonderful actress in a movie called The Savages.
She's always wonderful, but that's not for me.
Okay.
Next category. Best Actor.
I love George Clooney and Michael Clayton, who also is in almost every scene in the picture, and he is, for me, one of the most extraordinary performances.
I concur. You can tell by now what I like are these controlled performances. Mm-hmm. He doesn't run around and, he doesn't put on he's not doing like Marlon Brando did in some movie, an Irish accent when he did Mutiny on the Bounty for no reason whatever except to show off. He's playing a lawyer, and he's a believable lawyer.
Yeah.
Beginning to end, he's believable. You might consider a pretty face, and it's a wonderful performance. He's a great actor.
And he is a pretty face, and that's nice. We have Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood.
The whole movie has a certain similarity to Chinatown.
Yes.
And I was not enchanted with the movie.
Okay.
And one of the reasons was his performance had no arc, no journey. And you can blame that on the script, incidentally, and the director. But as a performance, it was not my favorite performance of the year.
I agree. We have Johnny Depp in Sweeney Todd that did not get nominated as Best Picture, and I think Johnny Depp is one of the premier actors of our time, and has been nominated, I believe, 4 times for different films. And I did not like the movie, and I did not like his performance. How about you? Sweeney Todd, you don't want to talk about? Oh, okay. And then we have 2 other actors, Tommy Lee Jones in The Valley of Allah, and Viggo Mortensen in a totally different kind of picture, Eastern Promises, a gangster picture out of England. They're both very fine performances, but not ones that I would vote for.
Yeah, and Viggo Mortensen is particularly noted for the full frontal shot in it.
Oh,
And his.
I don't
and
pay
his-
attention to that.
Well, that's what's
Keep my
been,
eyes closed.
it's been widely written up as endowment. And that seems to be the chief thing of his performance to me.
Well, that's an
It is, it's
award-winning
a-
performance.
yeah, it is, but I'm just saying-
That's an award-winning
I'm just saying,
attribute.
It
Isn't that
is.
what we call it? Okay.
you call it what you want.
Okay, dear.
What is your opinion about this batch of movies overall compared with other Oscar nomination years?
I think they're all fine. Period. However, I like to point to the year of Raging Bull, which is I think, a masterpiece of a film that's still going on, and Lost to Ordinary People. A very nice movie, very nicely shot, very good story, directed by Robert Redford. And it makes me totally crazy on the subject of awards altogether. But,
That you're assuming for a moment that the Academy Awards really are given to the best things.
this is the 80th year, do you know that, of the Oscars?
I didn't, but I've
This is 80th year, and as you go back
He's
to...
a real
I mean,
geezer.
the-
He's a real geezer
well,
Oscar. It's just old enough now.
It's
I didn't
just
know
old
that.
enough.
To
And
get on our show.
interestingly enough, you can
Hi,
go
Oscar.
through the list of movies. Bonnie and Clyde didn't win. Was it Betty Davis who was in Of Human Bondage? And then some years later, they gave it for Bill of Divorcement or some title like that. I might be wrong. Please don't write and correct me. But it was given for not the picture she was so brilliant in, but for a...
Lifetime award, yeah,
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
yeah, sure, well, that's
yeah.
customary. But that's the way the Oscars work. The people are geezers that vote. I mean, that's one of the big complaints about it. The average age of the voters, of the Academy members, is very old. We have one more
Yeah,
card.
yes, which is
Good heavens.
Best Picture.
Best
Yes.
picture.
Atonement.
Okay.
I'm not going to name all the producers.
Why would you even think of naming the producer?
Well, that's what's on the sheet, because the producers now get a credit where years ago they were never mentioned. And in fact, what started it, I happen to know, was when the ads used to be Best Picture and they never put the producer's name. Saul Zaentz, when he did Cuckoo's Nest, insisted they put Saul Zaentz producer, and now every time it's mentioned.
In the great studio days, every single movie, the producer, produced by Louis B. Mayer, produced by David O. Selznick, produced by Darryl Zanuck.
They didn't, in the years when we're speaking about, they didn't run them in the newspaper ads. You didn't get a newspaper credit, and we know what credits are. What are you going to do about Atonement? Anything?
An enjoyable movie if you like a big, lush kind of thing. I don't believe it deserves to win at all as a best picture.
I agree with you. I think it's a very flawed film.
Next.
The next one is Juno.
I like Juno. I'm very tempted to vote for it. I haven't decided whether to vote for it or
Okay.
not. Comedies very rarely win. And also,
They always mention it happened one night.
comedies very rarely win.
It's interesting. No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood are two of the pictures that are very well split the vote. And I think what will happen is the picture that I would like to see win is Michael Clayton.
It would make me really happy if Michael Clayton won. I think I'd be very happy for Juno too, but Juno, Diablo Cody, and Ellen Page, and those people have a very rich, fun life ahead of them.
Yes,
While Michael Clayton is a one-of-a-kind movie.
I agree. I agree.
It's very hard to make an honest, straight, well-written movie about a lawyer or something.
Yes. Can we make a toast to all the Oscar
No.
people? Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Please. To all these wonderful people who work so hard. We know how hard it is to get a movie made. And
We know how hard it is to get a movie made.
And we congratulate all the nominees.
And also all the movies that didn't get nominated is what I'm really drinking a toast to.
Okay, that is very good.
That's more important.
And to Oscar night, and all of you have a very
Right.
good time.
The ones that got nominated don't need a toast anymore.
So the ones who didn't get
Those
nominated.
are the guys that need our help, to them.
Okay, to them. This is very good champagne, Lorenzo.
It tastes incredibly to me like apple juice, that's what.